What's up guys, Doomsday here. Today we're back again, and in this video we're going to be playing some Evelynn in the jungle. So I know y'all have seen a lot of Evelynn gameplay on my channel, but I thought I'd share as much content with y'all because, again, the more you see, the more experience you get, the more you learn, and really just the more you pick up on seeing different interactions, seeing different matches, and that's really the best way to learn champs, is to just watch people play it, see how they play it, and then go and try it out yourself and learn yourself. But looking at this match over here, it looks like somebody was not paying attention to their lanes, so bit of a miscommunication, but I'm keeping an eye out. If nobody goes to the bot side of the map over there, I'll just cover it myself. But looks like Braum is resetting and he's gonna head down here, so I'm just gonna keep on going with my jungle rotation and just gonna be farming up to level 5. So our ADC was able to pick up a kill, but looks like they're gonna go down over here. But trade 1 for 1. That's an alright start. Could be worse, I guess. I guess they had 3 of them up there for a second. They better be a little bit ahead. So looking at this bot side matchup now, like Braum versus Camille, I pretty much know how that like lane matchup is going to go. Is like the Braum is going to be playing underneath turret the entire game, just because you can't really push out against the Camille as a Braum. So definitely that's how that lane's going to play out. But the nice thing about starting like in the solo lane side, like having the red buff on the solo lane side, is that when you're playing Eve, if you do your full jungle clear and you get level 5, that's going to set you up on top lane, like onto the duo lane for good gank. And ganking the duo lane with Eve, very, very strong, because you could, of course, potentially pick up 2 kills instead of 1. Plus, your ult has pretty good AoE, so you can usually set up for a pretty good gank. Unfortunately, Rammus gets there first, and now I know what Rammus's jungle clear is. I know he just cleared his red side jungle, and now he's going for this scuttle over here. I can see he doesn't have the blue buff on him. He only has the red buff on him. And I'm not contesting, because just look at that top lane priority. If a fight breaks out over here, like the Jin's going to be the first one to rotate. So like that's why I don't go up and really contest the scuttle. I'm kind of just kiting backwards. I do have a level advantage, so I'm just kiting back towards my Lux over here. I know Lux is along the way, and thankfully we're able to pick up that kill. That was pretty good kiting back. See, if I would have been further out, and unfortunately our Kaisa does go down, but if I would have been further out trying to contest that scuttle over there, then I for sure would have gone down, just because I couldn't have kited back to turret or teammates. So paying attention to like lane priority is so important when you're contesting scuttle early with Eve, just because you're very, very weak in the early game with Eve, like before you hit level 5. So now I'm looking for this gank onto this bot side over here. I have my ult off cooldown, and what I want Braum to do is to land an auto or a first ability onto Camille, because that puts Braum's perk onto Camille, which means that we can get a free stun after 4 auto. So I see he lands the first ability, and now I look for the engage. Plus Camille burned the hook shot too, so can pick that up. As you can see, like I know this. I'm very, very familiar with like these kinds of matchups, because like I like back in like Vangler when I used to play that, like I would be playing supports in the solo lanes. So like I'm very familiar with like how to like when to gank, stuff like that. But essentially in a case like that, like Braum's gonna be playing underneath turret pretty much the entire game, and that's gonna pretty much set up for like pretty solid ganks, because Braum's not gonna be able to push out or anything, because it's a Braum versus a Camille. So if you can time the ganks right, like if you time it right to where like if your Braum has ultimate, or if he lands a first ability or an auto and like puts his passive on, then that sets up for pretty good ganks. So that's a good kill over there. And now I'm just gonna farm back through my red side jungle. Rammus is clearing his blue side over there. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on farming. But this match has gotten up to a pretty good start for the most part, at least for me. I don't know about for my duo lane, but pretty good for me, I guess. So that's all right. But now I see this Rammus over here. I know I still have my ultimate off cooldown, so trying to see if I can pick up this Katarina over here. They're one shot over there. Let's see. Looks like the turret's going to pick him up, so now gonna go ahead and push out this wave for the Akali over here. Try and make him miss some minions, but this Rammus trying to push up onto me. But mistake that a lot of people make is they forget about Eve ult. And I probably didn't need to ult there, but I just wanted to be better safe than sorry. I definitely didn't need to burn that there, but something that a lot of people forget about is like Eve ult is so huge in the early game, because I could have killed Rammus, like I could have ulted way earlier and still killed him, but a lot of people just forget that Eve ult has good execute damage. So if you like do a 1v1 fight like that and you both get super low, Eve is always going to win, because they're just going to press ult and that's just going to kill you because you're in execute range. So that's just something to really pay attention to. And that's why Eve is so huge once you get your level 5 power spike, because pretty much if anybody goes low, you could just burst him down with your ult. So now, gonna keep on farming. I'm keeping an eye on this top lane over here. Actually, yeah, I see them pushing up. I see the mini wave is pretty far pushed up, so I look for a gank over here, and I wait for my teammates to get in position, because right now, like, I realize if I start up the engage, like, my teammates won't follow up. So I wait till my teammates like actually like can land an ability or like actually like start the engage. So I see the root over there and then I follow up. Notice I hold my third ability. Now I third ability. That's completely huge over there, and I'll explain why in a second. But notice how I waited until they flashed before I used my third ability, and now running out here, trying to get this Katarina. Able to pick that up, and now seeing if maybe I can get this Jhin, but I realize Jhin is pretty healthy. I'm pretty low. I have ultimate in a couple seconds, so I probably could, but Braum tried to go for an engage over there. I'm thinking we should just go for this because they're on Herald right now, so we should be able to pick up Dragon for free at least. So they get the Herald. Gonna be farming this up. Our Kali was able to kill the Rammus. That's pretty good. They do go down, trade 1 for 1, but that at least makes it so we can get the Dragon for sure. And now gonna head back to my lane, or head back to my jungle. So as I was saying, in that gank over there, notice what I did there. If you didn't see that, like, I would highly recommend going back and watching that over. But notice how when I went for that gank onto the Sona, I held my third ability until they flashed. And the reason for that is because in that case, I was using my third ability as a gap closer. So for instance, imagine if I would have went for that engage and I would have third ability to right away, and then they flashed away. Well, then I have no way of getting back onto them unless I want to burn flash. So instead what I did was I waited a second until they flashed, and then I followed up with my third ability. So over there, able to get a good burst down onto the Jhin. And now gonna go ahead and I think we're pushing out this lane over here. Actually, no, I see Rammus over here. Unfortunately, that trap scouts me out, so I do get seen. I can buy my Lich Bane, so at this point, I'm probably like, I should just go back and shop. Yep, so go back and shop, and then gonna clear my red side jungle that all just respawned. And now can start working towards my Infinity Orb. And Infinity Orb is so huge on Eve. I cannot even begin to emphasize, but just watch. Once I get my Infinity Orb, this match is going to go crazy. So, taking the red buff, taking all these camps. And this is what I love about Eve. Like, look at how fast your jungle clear is. Like, it is so easy to clear your jungle with Eve. And that's why you should get, like, such good gold per minute with Eve. And over here now, I see this Camille's going for this trade over here. Oh, it looks like Braum's going to go down, maybe. Oh, can I save the Braum in time? Can I save him? Nice. They were able to live. That was super clutch by Braum being able to live there. They're able to get the nice little dash away. That's the thing about against Camille, because Camille has like true damage with their first ability, so a bit hard of a matchup for Braum versus Camille. But now I see this Rammus over here. I steal the camp, get the charm onto the Rammus, and now able to pick up the kill over there. He tried to ult away, but a bit too late. Able to burst him down fast enough. And now I'm being cautious of anybody rotating on me. I don't think anybody's going to rotate on me just because the mid's dead, like the Katarina died. Killed the Rammus, and I don't think Camille can do anything, so yeah, I'm just going to go through, keep on farming up. Looking pretty good. And this is the power of Eve, is like, you can get such good gold per minute, and you can get items so well on Eve just because your jungle clear is so fast that, like, even if you're going to gank, you can take a camp, like, it'll stall your gank by, like, 2 seconds just because of how fast you take camps. So now they use that Herald down there. That turret's probably going to go down, I'm guessing. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that with the Herald, but I'm looking for a gank onto this duo lane over here. I think that's... Okay, something I want to talk about is ganking lanes at this point in the game. Ganking the duo lane is so much more important than ganking a Braum. Because, like, a Braum's not going to get fed. A Braum's not going to completely carry a game. I mean, they can, but much less likely than, like, helping your duo lane out. So that's something that I would keep in mind is, like, if you have a choice, ganking the duo lane or ganking the solo lane, like, both of them are equal opportunity ganks. Gank the duo lane in this case, just because there's certain champs that, when fed, it doesn't really make a difference. Like, ooh, let's see if I can get a good engage. Get the engage onto him. Get a nice little burst. I still have ult off cooldown, so if he does try and engage, should still be able to win that. But, like, ganking a champ like a Braum or, like, some, like, support champ that won't do very much, that's pretty much useless. And, like, look at that burst damage onto Katarina over there. Able to force him to burn everything, and now that's a great route by Lux, actually. I'm heading back from behind. I know I can burst down the Sona over here. Oh, wow, that was a big mistake on my part, actually. I should have just ulted right away, because I should have known. That's a mistake on my part, but I should have known. Rammus has a point-and-click taunt, meaning if you don't get off your combo fast enough, as you can see, like, I didn't need the ult to kill the Sona, But I should have just used it like preemptively, knowing that the Rammus was going to taunt me and that was going to put me in a bad spot. So unfortunately, it looks like they're going to go down here. I don't know what that Lux route was, but they tried. They tried their best, I guess. But now, I'm on the way towards the Herald over there. That just respawned. I have a bit more items now. I should be able to kill most people one burst. But as you can see, like, my burst damage onto that Sona was crazy, and I didn't even need my ult. But, like, I'm telling you, like, once you get that third item, like, my damage is going to go crazy here. But as I was saying, like, you just have to be very, very cautious of what crowd control the enemy has, because you can see, like, one small taunt like that Rammus taunt, and that just completely, like, screws you over. Like, oh, unfortunately they were able to live that. Actually, I don't even know how they were able to live that. I thought that for sure would have bursted them down, but notice how it took them all down to, like, half health at least, or less than half health. So now we should be able to, like, force a fight or something. Ideally, we should be able to, because they're all super low. I just flash out. I don't have my ult, so a bit of a weird spot, but looking for a re-engage. I should be able to pretty much clean this up. Like, my damage output, pretty crazy. Able to take out the Rammus and the Sona over there, and overall, it's a pretty good fight. We got 4 of them. Ooh, it looks like this Camille's still here. Trying to get the charm. I get the charm, and now able to pick up the 3rd kill over there, and that looks like it's an ace, so now we should be able to get this mid turret over here. And that's really just the power of Eve. That's why I love Eve so much. It's such a fun champ to play. And the thing that I like about Eve is, like, there's always, like, something more that you can learn about how to engage right, how to time it right, like, things to be cautious of is, like, there's a pretty good, like, learning curve with Eve. And, like, to perfect Eve, it is, like, very, very hard. Like, it's very hard to play perfectly. And that's why I think, like, it's a champ where, like, you can learn a lot from playing while also, like, hard carrying a team just because it's such a strong champ. So now, taking the dragon over here, I see the Rammus. I'm able to smite that away at least now. I'm kind of just stepping back until I get my invis again, seeing if I can get a good engage. Let's see, I think I just go in and hopefully ult. I think I accidentally cancel my ult for a second. I accidentally drag it a bit too far. Oh, it looks like, oh, I'm able to pick up 2 kills. Oh, can I get the Sona? Damn. Unfortunately, I go down over there. I think I accidentally dragged on my ult too far and it accidentally canceled it instead of using it. So, bit unfortunate, but still able to pick up 2 kills over there. Looks like that Akali. Ooh, they're able to get out of that alive. That's good, but now I had a decent amount of gold on me too. I had like 3,000 gold on me. I needed to shop. So now for my last item, I don't know what I think that's what I'm trying to debate. What do I build into? I think I'm looking. They have, I don't know. I either go Crystalline Reflector or I just go GA, or maybe I just go Boots in this case. Yeah, I think I'm just going for Boots. I think I go Stasis in this game. I think this would be a good game for Stasis just because I think getting the engage isn't an issue in this match. It's more so like if I get Camille ulted or if I get like in a bad like Katarina ult, I could at least just Stasis that. Or if I go in a bit too deep, I should be able to Stasis that. I think I'm going to switch to Stasis probably. But now, looking for an engage over here. I see the Sona and I'm like, let me just try and delete you. I know I can't get that kill probably, so like I don't even like waste my entire combo. I literally just force everything out of him and then I look for a re-engage. You kind of like start to gain intuition. I'm able to get the charm, and now is when I look for the ult over there. Now I'm able to pick up the Sona, able to pick up the Katarina too, and that Rammus goes for a flash engage, but should be able to get out of this alive. Let's see. Oh, do I go back in? Oh, it looks like I'm going for some crazy plays. I don't know about this one. If I can catch the Rammus by himself, I can kill him. Yep. And now looks like the Camille ults him. I'm getting a ward down. I'm pretty sure I can probably one burst. Oh my gosh, look at that damage. Just literally 50% health to 0 in the blink of an eye. That is the power of Eve. My teammates, I don't know where my Akali is. My Akali is going crazy. They want this Jhin. They're trying to camp him out in the base. You could do that with Eve though. Like you can like sit inside their base and like as they respawn just kill him, because I mean you could just one burst him. I think I'm like, oh, they scouted me out, or else I would have killed that Jhin right there. I think I was like, I'm gonna join you, Akali. I'll join the gang. Teach him to ban Eve. Let's see, or do I go Proto Built? Or I think, yeah, I had enough gold for GA, so I just buy GA. Yeah, GA just gives you an extra life. If you get caught out by Rammus or by like Camille ults or something, like at least I still have GA, so like they can't really kill me completely. So now I'm clearing up this wave over here. I'm trying to ping him, like, give me a second while I clear this, because this is a fat minion wave, and I do not want to take turrets. That's something that I would, like, point out to be cautious of on Eve, though, is, like, be careful about getting too kill hungry and forgetting about objectives and forgetting what the game is, because it's very easy to do that on Eve. Like, as you can see, I could just, like, one burst anybody, but, like, losing turrets, not focusing on objectives, that's a huge mistake you can make. So now, I use my charm onto Rammus. It scares him off. So now they have no front line left. I'm trying to get my third ability onto him. Yeah, I just back out again. I don't want to get taunted underneath turret. I don't want to get rooted or, like, charmed underneath turret, so... I don't know why I said charmed. I don't think anybody has charm. I don't want to get taunted or knocked up underneath turret. And now, waiting to see if somebody else comes back. The Rammus tries to come this way. I actually hold my third ability for Katarina. That's why I didn't use it on the Rammus. I saw the Katarina was on the way. And that's the thing about Eve, is, like, you don't have crowd control, so, like, canceling something like a Katarina, like, is pretty hard. Like, you can't really do it that easily. So really all you could do is, like, dish out so much damage that you kill the Katarina when they're in their ult. That's why, like, in that case, I held my third ability for the Katarina instead of the Rammus. Because if I didn't kill the Katarina there, they would have dished out so much damage with their ult. That's, like, one of the weak sides to Eve, is you just don't have the crowd control. So now, just taking the red buff, gonna help with the extra damage output, get a little bit of, you know, the red buff damage onto him. And now, I'm gonna reset over here. I might just get Pertable. Yeah. Okay, good thing I switched to Stasis, yeah. Or, what am I doing? Oh, okay. Oh, actually, just buy Crystal. Or, no, I buy Banshee's Veil. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you can get a lot of different things for your, like, last items. Like, I think, did I get my GA popped? I'm assuming I got my GA popped. Usually, whenever I get my GA popped on Eve, I usually sell the item and just buy another damage item. Because GA without the passive, like, isn't that good, really. So, rather have the damage output, rather have the Banshee's Veil. That Rammus, trying to get an engage over there. I'm waiting until I go, like, Invis again. I'm trying to get my Empowered third ability. And I just delete him over there. I definitely should have thrown out the charm on him. That was a mistake on mine. I should have charmed him as soon as he came and then just, like, charmed him before the dragon would have gotten low. But I'm like, we might as well just get Baron now. Like, we killed their jungler. We're pretty far ahead. Like, we need to get these objectives. Because, like, at this stage of the game, if we, like, go for one bad team fight and, like, we all die, then they can probably end the game, honestly. Because, like, it's pretty late into the game. They're going in very, very deep. I'm like, I don't know about that one. I'd rather just get the Baron. But they're able to at least get a couple kills, and they're able to live that too. So, works out for them, I guess. Good job on the Akali, but me and the Kai'Sa are able to pick up the dragon, and now looking for a nice little pick over here. The thing about the Baron buff is it does, like, kind of reveal you, but let's see, they forfeit. I just go for a nice little combo, and look at that damage. That's so satisfying. There's absolutely no way to react to that, but hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.